Hey guys! Well, if more of you are able to pop in when I'm sleeping in late, maybe I should just go ahead and schedule these, like, daytime streams around this time. But hey everybody, welcome in! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. We're gonna do more Love in Deepspace, more lads. We're gonna go over Xavier's story branch today.
You suddenly fall asleep like me too.
Boy, I wish I could fall asleep as fast as you do. Shit. But how is everyone doing today? Hello, Cosmic. Hi, Natsu. Hi, Spencer. Hello, Arx. Hello, Bouvel. It is a Sunday. Oh, Stella. Stella's in here. Stella is sunbathing, guys. Oh my gosh. She's sunbathing. I can't show you. I don't have the cat cam hooked up anymore. She's having a good time though. The snow is starting to melt over here.
That's even chubbier than the one we saw last time.
Gosh, she likes cats. I like cats. You talk about Stella? Stella's not that chubby though. You're not chubby, are you? Huh? You're not chubby, are you, Stella? Hmm? Yeah. 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 Sorry you've been out for a few hours. You wanted to play Nikki, but you might still do so once you get home. What have you been doing, Natsu? Am I the only one that hasn't been up and about on the weekends? I feel like I am. I will say...
That's even chubbier than the one we saw last time.
Xavier really wants to talk about cats. Sir... What was I gonna say? I forgot, because Xavier said something. You had to see the Stardew shirts and found Sly Cooper in 2025. What a time to be alive. What did you see? Because Sly Cooper is my favorite out of the PlayStation 2 mascot period era, excuse me. I'm trying to put my hair up in a ponytail. It's kind of been hot lately, actually.
Do you suddenly fall asleep like me too?
Xavier! I didn't think you'd talk to me while I was in the mess with the boy mode. Oh, but yeah, no, I saw that Hot Topic has Stardew Valley t-shirts. If they ever get their hands on any Fields of Mystery merchandise, I am super boned. Super duper boned. How's your heart rate today, Xavier? It's decent. It's like around mine. So you only went to check the Stardew Valley t-shirts? I need to get my dailies out of the way while we're here. While we're here really quick. Oh, hi, Silas. Wait, that means... Wait, I don't have a full copy of that one. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, no, we had really bad winter weather Thursday into Friday, and it's now all melting away, which means I will have to go back into the office tomorrow, unfortunately. Boo-hoo. Don't want to, but oh well. I'd rather just be snowed in for the rest of winter. I think I've done everything for this event. I just need to keep doing the logins. Yes, I do. Just need to keep doing the logins. Day 13. Because I don't... Actually, let me see. I do have to do the run thing one more time. And then there's the actually tour memo story chapters. But I think I'm going to read that when they're fully open, and that's gonna be in about 3 days. What's 3 days from now? 1, 2, 3, Wednesday. I think I'll be back with more Love in Deepspace on Thursday. to read the event stories here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the running out of the way. I need to grab my iPad. I actually gotta hold it. We're gonna subway surf really quick, guys, before we hit the main reading for this stream. Subway surfing. Hey, Arcs. How's your back? Like I said, if you need to actually take the heat pad out of here, feel free to. This feels weird to hold like this. You're living. Aren't we all? I guess that means you're fine then. That shouldn't have counted. I pressed up. I'm not this bad. It's because I'm holding it awkwardly. I swear. That was close. That would have been embarrassing. You do have some pain going on when you move. Fudge. That's not your fault. That's my fault. I shouldn't have read while I'm playing, while I'm surfing. Well, I think that's enough. Yeah, that's definitely enough. I don't need to do that anymore. I'm all surfed out. You have pain going on when you move, but as long as you're stationary, you're good. You can't be a potato, though. You cannot potato. Was that enough? No, it wasn't. Okay, fine. We'll switch. And I'll pay more attention this time. Yeah, Stella? Do you want out? What do you want? You want out? Okay. I'm sending the gremlin over to you, Arcs. Want out? Or you just gonna sit there? Yeah. Good girl. For a second, she kind of looked astounded that she didn't have to, like, bother me more in order to let her out. Okay. This will be the last time. I trust you, Zane. I wish I did have more time over this weekend though, because I do really want to play more of my gacha. I want to play more Nikki. I feel bad. I feel like I'm ignoring it, but I'm not really ignoring it because I haven't really like missed anything since Nikki came out. But maybe it's just because there's just so much stuff already with it being out. uh, 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 uh. Oh my god, I was sliding into the other side. Sometimes when I'm scrolling on social media, it thinks I swipe when I actually don't. Does anybody else have that problem, or is it just me? Wow, you get that a bit? Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I hate these crabs, guys. Oh god. How's it going? Oh, how's it going? Okay, that should be enough. No more subway surfing. Yes, there we go. Claim. Yes, we're good. We're good. We're good. Good, good, good. I don't think I need to do any more of those light bulb pop-ups either. No, I don't. I just have to use my stamina, and that's probably going to go towards... I think I'm just gonna do core hunts for my stamina, because... well... actually... I'm kind of been stuck on my orbits lately. Hi Ivy, welcome in. How are you doing today? I was just doing some of my dailies before we get into reading Xavier's story branch here, because I haven't been on yet at all today. My iPad, I accidentally left my iPad charging my Apple Pencil overnight, so it was dead this morning. So I needed to charge it when I woke up. But yeah, no, I've been stuck on everyone's orbit challenges for a while now, and it's been a little frustrating. So I don't know if I really should work on upgrading their cards or working on proto cores. Because the hunter contest is going to reset after tomorrow. Or tonight, right? Tonight, I think it said 11 hours left. Yeah, 11 hours left. So it would be better to put my resources towards working on orbits. You have no idea what I should focus on. That's okay. Don't worry about it. The issue with this team is I have a 4-star in this. I don't have a 5-star, like, purple element for Zane, and I don't actually think he has any purple 5 stars right now either. That's a problem. And like once cards start to hit level 60 and onwards, they start needing a lot of materials to continue to level upgrade and level cap expand. So, Noct, hey, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you, good to see you. Let me just take a peek here. What do we have? Because I could also work on their protocore levels, because some of them are kind of low. I kind of always ignore the main 2 cards here, because their protocores, their main is HP for their first slot, and then just whatever you happen to randomly get. And I'm not very lucky when it comes to getting their secondary protocores as crit rate or crit damage for their main multiplier. So I've always worked on these ones, and these ones aren't even equipped because Xavier's using these ones. Which one is this? Crit damage and rate and attack. That's actually not too bad. I don't actually think I have a crit damage one. I don't. Wait, it's locked. Okay, at least it's locked. Aside from this other crit damage one that I have. Yeah, it's better to always prioritize crits. You've been super busy with work again. There's 2 left, so you have to fill in the gap for now. Oh, I'm so sorry that you're short-staffed. Ganbatte, Noct. Ganbatte, ganbatte. I feel that though. Actually, I had a meeting, like a short meeting with my department, and my supervisor was like, I'm really hoping they'll let us hire 2 people. Because we've been down 2 people for, oh my gosh, when did they leave? It's been at least a year, but I want to say 2 years. And like, I mean, the work's not too bad. It just starts to get bad when people take PTO. So that's kind of like, we do need at least 1 more person. Keyword hoping. Yeah, true. Let's see, if I take we need to take away this HP bonus one. We could get rid of that one. So let's unlock that and see if we can enhance and add it. I know it's in use, but we're just gonna take it off of him because we need to start working on that one. I could ascend this one. I guess it wouldn't hurt to ascend it. Because it is a maxed out 4-star card at least. Okay. Let's equip these over here, and we'll at least see if I can't try and clear this. Oh, that's also a crit damage. This one's better though, for sure. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Probably not going to pass it. Maybe I should level this one up. At the very least, the Let Me Smash card is unlocked, so I could try and level it up a little bit more. You don't mind the work, but lately all the streamers you watch are live while you're busy. Oh no! About how long are you busy for, Noct? That's not gonna help. Yeah, I could only get 2 levels out of all of those materials. Rough. That's rough. That's very rough. Okay. Let's see how this goes. We'll switch sideways. We'll see how much.
Wait for the chance to strike.
How far they can get.
You can't always be on the offensive.
Because I highly doubt we're gonna clear this. But I have to, for dailies, at least attempt to clear an orbit.
Keep your distance, or else you'll get.
At this rate, could be for a few weeks or a month at best. Oh.
You won't escape.
So you guys are kind of like in a peak period, would you say? We kind of get that for work sometimes too. One of our departments always has like a seasonal
To our advantage.
peak period, so they usually end up being in overtime for about
Not at all.
a month, but like because we've had
Not even a challenge.
short staffing and like they don't want to hire, I believe they've been in overtime for almost 2 to 3 months, which sucks, but like in trade-off they don't have to come into the office as much,
Here comes the gust.
so I don't know.
You use the gale to
I mean
destroy
that's
them.
very helpful
I'll
if they
take
don't
them
have
out
to
with
come in the
one
office
strike.
while they're having to do overtime, and then you do get the overtime money at the same time, but
Be careful.
I feel like if I had to
Try to
do
stay
that for
back.
as long as they have, my streaming
closer.
schedule would be completely
Watch where it's going.
destroyed.
Don't let it mess up your momentum.
You won't escape.
Girl.
Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt. Here comes the gust.
You use the gale to our advantage. My turn.
Yes, even more so since you're running a promotion to help those affected by the LA fires. Oh, I see. Yes, that has been a very concerning matter.
Calm down. Don't let it mess up your momentum.
That
Be
I
careful.
like
Try to stay back.
the
Here
fact
comes
that
the
it's
gust.
happening during the winter season
Now's our chance.
is really unnerving to me.
You won't escape.
Like I'm really hoping like
and
nothing
loud.
pops up during the summer this year for that region.
Within reach. Calm down. Don't let it mess up your momentum. Watch out.
I'm okay. Let's
Watch
destroy
out.
them.
I'll take them out with one strike. Keep your distance, or else you'll get hurt.
We have 40 seconds left and 1 HP bar left. Wait, maybe we can do this? I don't
Stay
know.
safe. Don't get
It goes
distracted.
into this weird mode when it has 1 bar
The
left.
gust.
You use the gale to our advantage.
Callie's gonna be effed
My
if something happens in the summer. I really hope not. Like, we don't need more natural problems on top of our problems that shouldn't even be a problem, you know what I mean?
You use the gale to our
So,
advantage.
oh my god, they cleared it! Let's go! Amazing. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and hit the next since we're on the roll. For the character specific orbits, I can only do I can only clear 3
Wait for the chance to
per
strike.
day.
Urgent help needed.
Here comes the gust. It is weak. Now's our chance.
You're doing good. You're actually excited for what's to come in Cookie Run Kingdom. Oh, what are they doing, Nearites?
Your weakness is showing.
Whack it on the head.
You gotta head out now, but it's nice to stop by for a bit, Lavi. We'll see you around when possible. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Noct, for popping in. Take care of yourselves. Take it
Or
easy
else you'll get hurt.
while you're doing all that extra time. But
It is falling
I'm sure
apart.
it's very, very much appreciated
It's
to
over.
help out
Here comes the
over there
gust.
with the fires and everything too. So
Now's our chance.
I'll see you another time.
Whack it on the head.
Nice and loud.
So much stuff has been happening already this
Be
month.
careful.
Like,
Watch where it's going. Comes
I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but I don't know. It's always been in my mind that January was the whole everybody gets to hibernate for the first month of the new year, and then we can get back to doing stuff. But
Careful.
the gacha games, I guess,
closer.
did not get the memo.
Let's destroy them.
I'll take them out with one
I was not
strike.
aware Cookie Run Kingdom was getting an update. That's nice. Zenless Zone Zero is getting an update. Honkai Star Rail is getting an update. Wuwa just went multi-platform.
Whack it on the head.
Nice and loud.
Love and Deepspace
Keep your distance
just
from it.
did
You'll falter if you
their
aren't careful.
what's it called?
Your weakness. Here comes the gust. It is weak.
Their
Now's our
update
chance.
like live stream special program. That's what they call it. Special program.
Keep your distance.
So all that stuff is dropping on the 22nd.
Covered. Be careful.
Whack it on the head.
Nice and loud.
And not just gacha games. There's a couple games coming out this month I wasn't aware of. Spencer mentioned the Hello
Don't let it mess up
Kitty
your momentum.
Island game is coming out this month. along
Now's
with
our
Tales of
chance.
Grace's F remastered. We're not clearing this one. That's fine.
This is showing. It's minor. It recovered. Be careful.
Well, we tried. At least I got past one small step for Deepspace. And that helps with my dailies. Xavier? Xavier, do you randomly fall asleep like I do? We go do stuff, he fall asleep. Okay, yep, sounds about right. You wake up? No. Nope, he's eepy. He's got the afternoon nappies. That's fine. That's fine, I guess. Okay, so my routine is done. That's good. Events are still popping off because I haven't done everything for the Turing in Love event. I'm gonna finish that Thursday. I'll stream the Turing in Love story stuff, but we are going to try and get ready for the 3.0 part 2 update that's dropping the 22nd of January. And if nobody saw anything from that, basically they're giving us Caleb. Caleb's coming back, and he's going to be a romance option with all of that stuff put in as soon as he drops the 22nd. And we're getting another segment to the story that probably reintroduces Caleb back into the story. So I'm not caught up, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna catch up today. So when Xavier's story branch dropped, and it's called Voyage of the Outcast, it had the same things that Zane and Raphael's branch had, which was when you logged in during the new branch drop and did daily login investigations, when you finished, you'd get a free 5-star, which is, let me find it. Go through all these boys. This one, Xavier Outcast's Voyage, which makes me very concerned for the possible pain and sadness that we might be experiencing today, because he doesn't look so good. Xavier don't look so good in this. He don't look so good in this card. Just like Zane wasn't looking very good in his card. You're currently playing Zenless Zone Zero and trying to complete the story while you're waiting for Honkai Star Rail and Arknights updates. Yes, Honkai Star Rail is dropping. When is Honkai's update dropping, Ivy? Actually, because I did not get to read the special program, or not read, watch. I didn't get to watch, or I guess read anything about the special program aside from the character banners that are dropping. Tuesday for the US. Okay, Tuesday I'll be doing Kiwami, but Wednesday on Twitch I'll be doing my gacha rotations. And the last 2 weeks I haven't been able to get to Honkai Star Rail, so I'm actually switching my rotation, and I'll be starting Honkai Star Rail on Wednesday instead of Zenless Zone Zero. So I don't know if I have enough to do any pulls, but I'll be doing some Honkai. There's to be a new event that has to do with Shadow Milk Cookie, which you're hoping that he can be a part of the roster like the other 2 Beast Cookies. Oh, so you're hoping after the story or event update he can be added. That would be like a perfect time for them to do that now, right? So hopefully they'll take that opportunity. You don't know if you'll watch the beta test for Arknights Infield because you couldn't get in because it's a PC beta test. Oh, I see. If you want to keep it a secret so you don't like lose out on like being excited for seeing things firsthand, I would probably skip out on it, Ivy, personally. But yeah, free stuff. Yeah, they gave us free cards every time the character got a story branch. yeah, Zane got a free 5-star when his story branch dropped. Same with Raphael and Xavier. But you had to log in during the time period. And it was like a little mini, like, let's investigate clues kind of thing. So you'd have to investigate a different area each day that you logged in. And when you did enough, you'd get the 5-star for free. And these are actually pretty, like, solid 5 stars because they've helped me out with characters I don't have as many cards of. So like Xavier, I don't have a lot of Xavier cards. So Xavier's 5-star and Raphael's 5-star has been really helpful. Where is Raphael's 5-star? Raphael. You know what? I'll just sort by you because I can't find you. This one. This was the free Raphael 5-star that we got for his branch, which I still need to work on a little bit, but I do have a decent amount of Raphael 5-stars, so like this one I don't have to use as often as the Xavier one. But there's still really nice cards visually, even if I don't use them that much in my teams. And this is the Zane one that we got when his dropped first, which is also like as concerning as Xavier's if you ask me. The only one that I'm like, I'm fine with that scenario is Raphael's. So, well that, but you're more or so hoping that they make him available during the event, which happens on the 15th. Oh, so kind of like a trial test run character narrates. They probably would. I mean, I wouldn't see why not, especially if they plan on incorporating him, or oh no, just like having him appear in general to the story. Before we get started, I just remembered, let me glitch my character. That's not right. I need to go to date photo studio. Doesn't matter who I pick. Go to snapshot, because I don't think they're ever going to fix this glitch. I really hope they don't. I guess we'll see. I wonder if they'll fix it when the second half of 3.0 drops. If they do, I'll be very sad. Lavi's the best lads content creator I know. Not so you don't know very many, but I appreciate it. What are you doing out and about, Natsu, if I may ask? Or is it a secret? Nobody's supposed to know. Okay, Voyage of the Outcast. Xavier's story branch. Let's go ahead and dive into that and see what goes on here. No, to make it so we can have him in the roster, like you said. Well, if they put him in as a trial run character, it's a good way for them to test out any possible glitches or underbalance or overbalancing before officially adding him to the roster. It would be a smart move from a developer standpoint to do such a thing. You just got home, you went out for breakfast and shopping for your sisters. Oh, what'd you get? What'd you get? Personally, I kind of want to go to our mall and check out the Miniso and see what is running there. But, I mean, I don't think it would be too bad to go out of the tea break garden, like, soon, because the weather is melting the snow, like, super quickly. We are now around, like, 42 degrees weather-wise. Starrail 3.0 is upon us. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. It's dropping Tuesday, which means I should be able to experience some of it on Wednesday for gacha. Nothing because everything was empty. Wait, what? You came back with nothing? Not even like snack cakes or something? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but does anyone else feel like if they go out with the plans to like buy something, they can't return empty handed? Because I feel like that. I feel guilty if I walk into a store and I run out with nothing. So I don't really like to go out that often because of that. Caleb looks interesting. You tried to search him up, right, Ivy? Right? A lot of people were like, "Ooh, he's got that mechanical arm. We have a Winter Soldier romanceable boy now, and his evil power is gravitational manipulation," which is pretty sick. It's pretty cool. It's not as cool as Silas's energy manipulation, since he can just eradicate someone entirely with it, but it's still like up there. Oh no, we don't have any food. You think you were gonna say goodbye to the snacks for a while now. Arx was just telling me this morning he was gonna try and not have soda on the weekends anymore. I asked him what his New Year resolutions were, and he said he wanted to lose a lot of weight and start streaming this year. So I am 100% behind that all the way. You've seen the trailer for the event. Oh, for Cookie Run Kingdom Narrites? You do, but at the same time you feel obligated to get at least a drink or something. No drinks, Arx. You're gonna have to start feeling obligated to get water now. They were just looking for warm gloves, and there weren't any gloves. Have you tried getting gloves and then hot hands? That kind of makes up for it, right? You might actually play Love in Deepspace for him. I mean, I'm assuming, Ivy, you saw the Caleb reveal trailer, right? The CG where he's getting electrocuted and he wakes up from that nightmare. Like, he's 100% a built like army man. Like, you haven't? Okay, I'll bring that up really quick because it's only like 2 minutes. Here, let me find it. I'm glad the Love in Deepspace YouTube channel like separately posted all of the stuff that they revealed during this special program, because it helps instead of having to go through over like an hour-long VOD.
And because I'm
new. Okay, let me see. There it is. Okay, hang on one second. There's my tablet. Okay, here we go. Like, you're just gonna show that to us right off is his back, how toned he is. But yeah, mechanical arm. Winter Soldier references. He looks really good in uniform, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really like about military people, but you're not wearing any headphones. Bro's having a nightmare, Nancy.
What? You don't recognize me? Did you honestly think I would always be the kind-hearted boy from your childhood?
So yeah, that's the reveal trailer. Ivy, I don't know if you knew, but Caleb was in the story before originally. So this trailer is more like a homecoming reveal trailer in that sense. I guess you're having wrong nightmares because you don't be sounding like this. They're professionally trained, I think. That's the difference, Natsu. But yeah, no, that was a really good trailer. Not as good as Silas's though. Ironically enough, though, Silas's trailer, he got his own edgy theme song, so that's kind of peak. But I still really did like this trailer too. Personally, when it comes to Caleb, I appreciate his design and he's very enticing, and I think his evol is really cool. But I think he's gonna end up being 𝐿𝐵 in that sense, or possibly even unhinged, a bit possessive, like yandere type, like Toma from Amnesia Memories, and that's not really a type for me, but I'm still very, very appreciative and happy for the Caleb fans, because he's had fans since he was introduced, like at the start of the game, and then he went away for reasons. So I'm always happy for more love interests and more options for the fan base and the community. But all these men are nice, but where are the men with the long hair? Zane actually did get long hair for one of his myth cards, IV. I think what they're gonna do is what they kind of did for some of the characters for Mr. Love's Queen's Choice, and give them cards where they have long hair. But default, they don't have long hair. Let me see if I can find... oh, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want to still be on YouTube. It is his Master of Fate card, though. Actually, what am I doing? I have the card in my game. Hang on. I'll show you the card, Ivy, and then we'll get back to Xavier's story branch. Sorry. So Zane has long hair in these cards. He's got an accessory that draws it back. Actually, if I go ahead and just go to a battle, I should be able to rotate him to show you. I think. Can I rotate you, Zane? Can I not rotate you, Zane? I thought I could. Oh, there we go. Wait. In it? There. There we go. There's his long hair. But yeah, he's the only one that has it right now. My arm? Yeah, my arm does that because I have arm tracking on 𝐶𝐿. So maybe with later events, they'll eventually have all the guys with a long-haired look. Similarly to this one. Oh, I can kind of zoom in. But it's very pretty. I think Zane looks really good with long hair. So you hope they introduce a guy who just naturally has long hair. I think it would be nice. Because I'm personally not that picky when it comes to hairstyle / hair length, but they do all kind of similarly have...
I wonder what you're going to do this time.
I'm gonna poke your pecs. There you go, Xavier. Poke. But just looking here, they all roughly have about the same length of hair. So yeah, and even Caleb is in a similar boat. At least they all have distinct hairstyles, but like if Finneon in Honkai Star Rail didn't exist, Ananja would definitely be your favorite. I got you. Preference-wise, I guess I tend to like guys with shorter hair, but like I also really like Zhangli. Zhangli got that long hair. You almost forgot to say after so heckin' long, you're not joking. It was ridiculous on how long it took to get Oyster Cookie. Yeah, didn't you have to get Oyster on a rerun, Narrates? Anaja is the green hair guy from Honkai Star Rail. I'll have to look him up. Let me look really quick here. You said green hair and I'm interested, so. Oh, he's got an eye patch too. Crap. Good taste, Ivy. But I'm also interested in Fanion or Finion. I don't know how you say it. I can't even type right now. I don't have a lot of green-haired guys in my favorites list because I feel like green kind of gets overlooked a lot, unfortunately. Yeah, him. Okay. I also want to pull for him. I'm gonna need to make a lot of Honkai Star Rail progress soon to be able to do pulls. Arx actually has like kind of long hair right now, Natsu. It's not like ponytail long, but I would actually say Arx's hair length is about as long as my hair right now, which is around shoulder length, but I can still put my hair up in a ponytail and actually turn it into a bit of a bun. So my hair is still slightly longer than Arx's right now. I don't think I've ever seen Arx's hair longer than where it is right now, though. Good morning, Glasu. How are you doing? It's just out of acceptable ponytail length, meaning he doesn't like having it as a man bun. It needs to be longer than a man bun. You're convinced it doesn't grow outward more than this? That's just because whenever you get a haircut, you get a cut. You never get a trim. No, you either had her from the gacha, which luck was on your side, or from both the shop in the town square or the arena shop. Oh, I didn't realize they gave you multiple options. That's really nice, Narites. I wonder if they expanded it from when I was playing Cookie Run Kingdom, because I played briefly. I played back in 2019, I think. 2019, 2020. So, but yeah, no, on the whole Honkai Star Rail, guys, I agree. They need more green-haired characters, because I can only count, like, I don't know, maybe 3 off the top of my head, which is Jian from Wuwa, Ukyo from Amnesia Memories, and I'm actually looking around to see if I have any green-haired guys on my wall, and I'm not seeing any. A Yamato from Idolish 7. So yeah, those are the 3. Green just kind of gets overlooked. It's sad. All right. I'm gonna get started on Xavier's story. I think it's maybe only gonna be about like an hour. And now I have Ananja. I do. Well, I want to confidently say that when they're able to be pullable in Honkai Star Rail. So, after some investigation combined with a vague hunch, I've identified a highly suspicious wanderer. Andrew's tracking it, but it's been several days since I got a response. This lull allows me to test the new gear Simone modified for me before the next mission. The only problem is that my partner, who promised to join me for this trial, is late as usual. That's me.
10 rings. The training session is over now.
That's Simone for you. She can turn even the simplest sidearm into something extraordinary. I will say Simone's eval is very interesting. Like, her eval is specifically able to, like, make equipment better? I switch on the safety and put away my gun. My gaze drifts to the empty lane beside me. Looks like Xavier, king of tardiness, didn't get the chance to try out the new gear first.
But at least I have the luck of a partner who's always thinking about me.
Oh, for her soul stones. Okay, yes, no, I think I do remember when I was playing Cookie Run Kingdom there were soul stones as a thing, but I don't remember if we had that many options. The door to the shooting range opened without me noticing. Xavier leans against the doorframe and smiles.
I got caught up following a new lead. I didn't have time to tell you.
You couldn't just send me a text, bro? Is it about that case you've been digging into? You've been really mysterious about it. It's time that you filled me in. He raises the cup in his hand as he speaks.
Let's talk over a cup of coffee first. I'll tell you everything then.
I follow Xavier to the training room's lounge area. I grab the cup of coffee that he offers me. I cautiously take a small sip. It's a little hot and sort of weak, but it's still decent. You made this?
The coffee machine did all the work. I just put in the beans and provided the cup.
Okay, good. Ain't no way he could make coffee. Sounds like you didn't do much, but the coffee isn't bad. Hearing this, Xavier chuckles. So your investigation is coffee related?
Certain people were smuggling painted protocore fragments in the coffee beans. I had to attend as a judge at the coffee contest. I figured that with all the effort they put in, there would be a clue about the ether cores.
Man,
all we got were some modified, regular protocores.
Is that true? Or did he just make that up on the spot? Because that's ridiculous if it's true. Oh, I thought... I pause and my gaze falls into the cup in my hand.
What is it?
Since joining Special Operations, Xavier and I busied ourselves with tracking down leads on the ether cores, but I always had a feeling that he was carrying out this secret mission even long before he joined. I also think it's connected to Xavier's other secrets, but this isn't the right time to delve into them. I hold myself back from saying, I thought you'd know something related to the ether cores' whereabouts. I thought you had more solid leads than Simone and I.
Oh, I figured you'd ask something more probing.
How so? As if reading my mind, Xavier gives me a chance to steer the direction of the conversation. But when Xavier lowers his head in response to my question, it almost seems like he's slightly upset.
Isn't there anything you genuinely want to ask?
Would he actually answer, though? I don't think he would. Despite everything we've been through so far, I've never really pressed Xavier about his connection to the ether cores. Well, in that case... Oh, Have you been tracking down ether cores before this? I mean, I'm pretty sure he has been, because like the first time we met him, he was doing that on his own. Because of my circumstances, I need to keep walking down this path, but what about you?
I'm in the same boat as you. Maybe the only difference is that I knew what the future would entail before I chose this path. And that very future is why I must continue to forge ahead.
Noticing my thoughtful expression, he smiles and gently smooths the furrow between my brows.
I know. You aren't satisfied with my answer.
Yeah.
But there are some truths you have to see and decide for yourself.
Xavier's hunter watch, as well as mine, beeps at the same time as he finishes speaking.
The wonder you identified earlier, the one associated with the beta protocurve energy, is confirmed to be related to the ether cores.
A lead?
Detailed information has been synchronized with your device's data log. Get ready to head out. This wanderer will also be difficult to deal with. Should I ask Simone to assist you?
That won't be necessary. My best mission partner is back. The call ends, and I raise my eyebrow at Xavier. I should witness the truths and answers I'm after for myself, but that doesn't mean I have to do it alone. One last question. I'd like to know if my partner is willing to fight alongside me for this, and whether or not it's just for today.
I believe this answer will meet your expectations. I'll always be with you. beyond just today.
Hmm. Three days later, Lincoln City Prestata University. Commission, location, university, status and progress, task details. Lately, several students at Prestara University have disappeared after being attacked by the same wanderer, only to mysteriously reappear on campus a few days later. Although these students returned unscathed, they have no memory of what happened while they were missing. A wanderer that kidnaps people and wipes away their memories? Okay. Hey, BV, welcome in. I hope you're doing good today. Oh, I forgot to switch over to the vertical. I think the vertical is better, I guess, so. There we go. A hand reaches over, turns off the interface of my hunter's watch, and adjusts my cuff before pulling away.
If you keep staring at it, everyone will soon figure out we're hunters.
Oh, I keep staring at my watch sometimes, so that's... Yeah, I can understand that being a problem. You're doing all right? Good. That's good to hear. So you're good for 14 later today? Because I know Arx and I are... How am I doing? I'm good. Thank you. I'm feeling pretty swell. I got some good amount of sleep. I lower my arm and glance at Xavier, who's walking next to me. You're right, Xavier, my astronomy buddy. The warm autumn sun peeks out from behind the leaves. It casts a dappled light onto the corner of his mouth.
That sounds a little staged. You're my journalism schoolmate, remember?
3 days ago, the wanderer that Andrew tracked using the beta protocurve showed up at Prestara University. Considering the recent student disappearances at the university, the association has assigned us the mission to eliminate this wanderer. To prevent any unnecessary panic, Xavier and I are pretending to be students. With the university's help, we'll be conducting interviews with the attacked students under the guise of a campus TV station.
You're walking too fast.
Maybe you're just walking too slow. I don't walk too fast. You're good for tonight? Yes, you're excited. The Alliance raids are helping us getting better gear. They are. So you want to run that first Alliance before we get into post-MSQBV? My wrist is gently pulled, bringing me back to the moment. I realize I've been rushing. This is the pace I'm used to when I'm on a mission. I look around and purposefully slow down. But we finally found a wanderer that's connected to the aether cords. I would rather move quickly to prevent any problems from happening.
You seem eager.
I am, aren't you? Xavier adjusts my backpack strap as it starts to slip.
Information about the ether cores is always shrouded in secrecy. Out of 100 leads, one might get you somewhere at best. This lead seems unusually straightforward.
Oh, he thinks it's suspicious. He thinks this lead is sus. Yes, if you two are down for it, I know I'm definitely down for it because it'll help me de-rustify, because honestly, Arx and I have not had any time outside of stream to get on 14 on our own. It's almost as if it's been set up for us to find. Is that what you want to say?
It's just a guess.
You might be right, but with the lead right before our eyes, I can't shake the feeling that we need to check it out ourselves.
Yeah, you really are the powerful and impressive evolver everyone's been talking about. But before we meet those students, our first job is to act as students.
As we talk, we end up walking down a tree-lined path and arrive at the bustling square. Around us, numerous sleek temporary booths are set up. Students are excitedly weaving through them.
Prestara University Club recruitment.
There are so many people. Let's take a different route. It's almost time for our scheduled interview, and it wouldn't look good on us if we were late. Don't do it, Xavier.
Yeah, it'll take a while. But how about we use this opportunity to relive our student days for a bit?
Xavier, we're gonna be late. How are we going to do that? Xavier stares at me. Then he fixes my hair and takes off his non-prescription glasses. He puts them on my face. What? Why are you giving me your glasses?
Much better.
Does this make me look more like a student?
It just looks nice.
Oh, okay, well.
Are you a freshman this year?
Oh, senior club member. Wait, don't recruit us, please.
You seem perfect for the lead role in our film club's latest project. Are you interested?
With the club member, or while the club member looks down to find the registration form, a corner of Xavier's mouth slightly curls up. No, don't wrangle me into this.
What did I say?
How dare you? I feel like Xavier was throwing his teammate under the bus, but this trick surprisingly works. By the time we arrive at our scheduled interview spot, I'm completely in student mode.
Hello. I'm the student council's vice president. So, I was told you guys were hunters.
This guy does not sound confident enough to be a vice president. The tall, lanky boy gives a slightly uneasy smile, his head sinking lower as he speaks. This guy needs some counseling.
The students who disappeared earlier are waiting in the classroom. They only know it's for a campus TV interview.
Huh? Why is his voice fading? You're back from ads, but yeah, you're up for going back to the first one and continuing with the rest if you two are. I am. I don't know if Arx is listening right now, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it too, BV. Cause that'll help me get back into 14 mode. Mongo? Okay. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Sorry, could you repeat what you just said?
I mean, just keep the questions simple and try not to scare anyone.
Why would he be scared of hunters? We protect the peace. We're heroes. We're not scary. Do I look scary?
They've all had encounters with the Wanderer. Let's make sure we don't add to their trauma.
Oh, okay. That makes a bit more sense. Understood. We'll be careful. So don't be that blunt when interviewing, I guess. Man, that's a fancy looking classroom. You don't have any objections. You need to practice your monk more anymore. Yeah, yes. I also personally need to get back in the groove of like doing healing as well. We unfortunately, Arx and I ended up missing the Christmas Final Fantasy XIV event as well. So, and I don't know when this other one ends. We've just not had any time to fit it off stream. Almost all your Twisted Wonderland cards are groovied except other ones, and the New Year's Deuces card, which you had gotten a long time ago, but it needs a special item to be groovified. Oh, it does? Huh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. But that's still good, though. I'm not as locked in on Twisted, like... I guess it's one of those things that, like, I kind of forget that I can just, like, get on Twisted and leave it on to get materials is the thing. What's happening right now? Ivy, right now, Xavier and MC are going undercover at this university to question some victims that have been kidnapped by a Wanderer and then returned back without any memories. And this Wanderer, their protocurve signature is close to an ether core one, so like this is a pretty important hunting mission that we're doing. As we enter the classroom, several pairs of curious, wary eyes quickly focus on us. I clear my throat and offer a genuinely friendly smile. Hi, I'm a broadcast journalism major and a member of the campus television station. This is my partner. Xavier steps forward but doesn't speak, which prompts me to continue. He's the one who will handle the microphone and camera. He's an astronomy major. Our simple introduction doesn't achieve the effect we wanted. Perhaps the Wanderer did give them quite a scare. They scrutinize us warily, but no one responds.
Hi,
Ooh, okay. A bag full of drinks appears from behind the door. The person holding it hesitates, struggling to gesture a couple of times. I take the bag. The vice president shyly smiles, then silently moves to sit by the classroom's back door. He's definitely an introvert. Cooperating with us on the university's behalf must be tough for him. Why is he a vice president then? When I distribute the drinks with Xavier, the classroom's tense atmosphere begins to soften. As I try to come up with an appropriate icebreaker, Xavier nudges my elbow.
Oh, right. Didn't we meet up downstairs this morning?
Huh? I'm confused, so I manage only a grunt in response.
I think I forgot to check in for my morning class.
Oh, he's trying to be relatable.
Astronomy major. Aren't you taking Dr. Ulysses' course?
Dr. Ulysses? It takes me a moment to realize that Xavier's somber tone doesn't match his hopeful eyes. As I move the chair, I lean in close to Xavier's ear. Did you do your research ahead of time?
I just threw out a question and didn't expect it to go anywhere.
Straightening his posture, Xavier smiles and looks at the student who responds to his question earlier.
Yeah, his classes are really tough.
The student relaxes as the conversation begins to flow more naturally.
I knew it. When it comes to the strictest professor at Prestara University, no one can beat Dr. Ulysses. But it's not that bad. While he's strict in class, he's pretty chill on the basketball court when classes are over.
An astronomy teacher that does basketball?
Actually, I missed one of Dr. Ulysses' meetings because of that Wanderer incident. Thanks for reminding me. I need to catch up with him later.
You're welcome.
Xavier adjusts his position and gives me a knowing look. Seeing Xavier's cue, I quietly switch on the recorder and casually throw out a question. Besides missing out on that meeting, can you tell us a bit more about what happened after that attack? You can say whatever you want. Don't worry. We won't disclose any personal information. The students exchange looks. They seem resolved to speak.
I'll go first then.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but his eyes seemed to go blank for a moment after he said that. Nah. It's called disassociating after you willingly volunteer. It happens sometimes.
We call a white hole a theoretical
Day 2.
If we reverse
what are you
all the
doing?
symbols in the
I don't know.
representing geometry
I don't know. What are you doing? The thing is, you don't have enough of that item to groove it, so you only have one, but there's the you can get them in the shop before, but now it's not available, so you don't know what to do. I mean, maybe they'll rerun it sometime, Narrites. But personally, I've not kept up enough on Twisted to notice if they've ever reran anything aside from, I think, maybe, I think Queen mentioned the Halloween event. They've reran that, I think. Shh, we're not actually here for the lecture, but we might as well look the part. I slide the open textbook to the center of the desk, line up my notebook and pens, and place a water bottle to the side. Your desk is so neat. It's only a matter of time before the professor notices. According to a student's account, the incident occurred outside the classroom. He was heading to a meeting with a professor. I decided to talk to this professor to see if we could gather any new clues. So I dragged Xavier with me the next day, and we snuck into his class.
Yeah. It's a perfect disguise.
Wait, you're telling me that this classroom isn't already full? Because this is a university. Back when I was going to college, they fill up on them rooms. There shouldn't be any space for you guys to sneak in.
The way you quickly claimed a seat in the back was nice and clean, too.
The back row is the VVVIP section. It has a great view and ambiance, perfect for relaxing, entertainment, and even spotting 2 students in the back row secretly holding hands under their desk. I casually changed the subject. Where did you prefer to sit when you were in school? I definitely did not want to sit in the front.
But I usually sat in the back too. The sunlight was nice, and the breeze was refreshing.
How comfortable were the desks and chairs?
They were okay.
Man, I hated my school's desks and chairs. They sucked. I'm usually someone that would sit like in the middle. Like middle, closer towards the back though, if there were like more than 4 rows. As our casual chat drifts on, I flip open my notebook and turn my attention back to our mission. Even though we learned a lot of details from talking to the students affected by the attack yesterday, we didn't find anything notable. Those 5 students were either normal people or evolvers. They encountered the Wanderer in various spots. Some people on the tree-lined path and others were in labs, and they woke up in different places afterward. This Wanderer doesn't seem to be limited to indoor or outdoor spaces. There's no clear pattern to where it shows up.
It's not completely random, though.
Xavier takes the pen from me and draws a few circles on my notebook.
All the incidents happened at night. If that's connected to the Wanderer's behavior, then we can narrow our search. Also, all these students just started college this year.
Does that mean something?
Maybe this Wanderer thinks freshmen are easy targets.
Then it must have access to the university's enrollment system. I flip through the notebook pages again and again, yet nothing clicks. It seems like the Wanderer is targeting the students at random, but I can't believe it's just coincidence.
In this world, many coincidences are often part of a larger scheme. These students are being chosen for a reason. We just haven't figured it out yet.
Some Wanderers do target certain individuals. For example...
You, over there.
Oh no, Dr. Ulysses! No, don't call on me, Doc! Realizing the sudden silence around me, I look up to see Dr. Ulysses on the podium. He's smiling.
Yes, I'm talking to you, young lady in the back row.
I hate this.
Come up here and show everyone what a Morris Thorn wormhole is.
What? A what? You want me to what? I never thought I'd get caught talking in class. For a moment, I'm stunned and don't know how to respond. Dude, I've gotten caught not talking, but spacing out, and that's even worse, I think.
No? Then let's have your friend try. Come along now.
Oh, okay. At least this guy is nice enough to spare us from having to go up. Xavier, you got this. I believe in you. He doesn't got this. I tug at Xavier's clothes and quickly whisper, "Let me do it. If I mess up, I'll just apologize." Xavier reassuringly squeezes my hand, stands up, and confidently walks to the podium. That's right. Show him whatever that wormhole is supposed to be. The classroom lights dim, and a holographic projection appears from his fingers. It forms the image of the universe.
In theory, the Morris Thorn wormhole is a traversable wormhole. It is spherically symmetrical and features a throat that bridges 2 black holes. The throat is a finite spherical region containing negative energy density matter to counteract gravitational forces inside the wormhole.
Okay, you lost me now. As Xavier speaks in a measured tone, the stars shift under his touch to gradually form a wormhole model. The lights from distant planets flicker before us, and his silhouette seemingly stretches across light years. For a moment, I wonder, was Xavier like this back in college?
Correct. The negative energy's repulsive gravitational properties keep the wormhole's throat open, allowing matter or signals to pass through.
So visually it looks closed, but because of the gravity inside of it, anything can phase through it.
Time travel becomes possible with this model. For example, the deep space tunnel above us might very well be a giant wormhole. The mysterious deep space signals could then make their way to our distant Earth. Perhaps certain materials, or even other forms of life, can find us through these cosmic channels.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about how my brain is mush because I don't know anything about space. I snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Xavier has crossed the starry expanse and now stands before me. Where's my mom's spaghetti? He's within arm's reach once more. I'm curious, were you really an astronomy graduate?
Who knows? I have too many diplomas at home. I need to check first.
You're lying. You don't have any diplomas. You have no proof. When the bell rings signaling the end of the lecture, the classroom empties out quickly, even though it was packed just moments ago. As the professor starts to pack, I approach him. I'm about to ask about the students who were attacked.
Xavier, have you been a deep space hunter for so long that you want to relive your college days?
What? He knows him personally. Okay. Yeah, he didn't do any research. He knows him. The professor walks away from the podium, one hand holding his bag and the other in his pocket. His serious demeanor is gone.
Hello. Are you also a deep space hunter? His colleague, perhaps?
No wonder we got singled out. The teacher did that one on purpose.
This is Ulysses. He's an old friend of mine. Now he works as an assistant professor.
Old friend of yours.
To associate professor 2 years ago.
You mean he's the same as Jeremiah? He's also from, I can't remember their planet right now. But, yeah, they're probably from the same planet.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That didn't sound very genuine. First there was Jeremiah, a mysterious florist. Now it's a university physics professor. I'm once again shocked by how unpredictable Xavier's social circle is. Ulysses probably was the navigator for their ship, maybe.
Without a reason. Did something happen at the university?
I'm on a mission.
Well, if you're involved, it can't be just any mission. Should I be expecting a major incident to take place?
Looks like I'm not the only one who has a certain impression about Xavier. Xavier wrecks everything in his path when he wants to fight, bro. But this gives me a perfect opening to ask him about the Wanderer. Dr. Ulysses, we heard one of your students was attacked by a Wanderer and went missing for a few days. Were you in the area when this happened? Ulysses pauses for a moment before nodding.
I was in the lab preparing for a meeting when I heard a scream outside the room. But I didn't find anything even after looking around. I later learned that a student had been attacked by a Wanderer. Fortunately, he wasn't seriously injured.
Looks like Ulysses didn't see the Wanderer. I'm a little disappointed.
Did the lab's flux stabilizer show any reaction?
No.
Oh. I immediately get what Xavier is hinting at. If the flux stabilizer didn't react, then the Wanderer's metaflux fluctuation level must be below 50. There are only a few Wanderers capable of such stealth. Our search is narrowed considerably.
It's also possible we're dealing with a modified Wanderer.
As if reading my mind, Xavier reveals another observation. I nod. Got it. I'll ask Andrew to compare the protocurve data with the possible Wanderer profiles.
Wait. I just remembered something. The flux stabilizer can't detect that level of metaflux. However, the research center's RMFMA might.
RMFMA?
But the research center isn't even near here.
It was moved to the campus earlier this year, so it's not that far away now. It should have captured the metaflux fluctuation and its dynamic range when the Wanderer appeared.
Then can we use that device for a bit?
RMFMA. It stands for Reflective Metaflux Field Monitor and Analyzer.
A flicker of doubt crosses my mind, but I push it aside for now. I wait for Ulysses to respond.
Sure. As long as you have the clearance to operate it and access the system, you can use it.
But we don't quite fit those requirements.
Let's go.
Xavier picks up my bag and turns to Ulysses.
Aren't you going to lead the way?
Oh, are we having him work it? Please, help us. The research center Ulysses mentioned is formerly known as the Prestara University Deepspace Exploration Research Center. It houses the RMFMA under a skylight on the 3rd floor. The machine's brass casing and bulky appearance make it stick out like a sore thumb. Yet the screen's flashing indicator lights and fast-moving images exude a sophisticated air.
This analyzer is one of the most advanced pieces of tech in the past few decades, and it remains so today.
Why does the Hunterers Association not have something like this?
It can detect the slightest fluctuations in the deep space tunnel. Unfortunately, there are fewer than 10 of them in the world. Many talented researchers and professors have turned down prestigious offers elsewhere. Also, they could work with the RMFMA at our research center.
Do Xavier and I need to apply for access first to retrieve its data? Where's Xavier?
All the data related to the Wanderer is corrupted.
What? Xavier appears from behind the RMFMA. He removes his safety goggles and takes off his disposable lab coat. Sir? Okay, he's clearly used it before. How did you... Aside from how did you operate that machine and you know how to use it, I focus on the most important one. What do you mean by corrupted? Did it capture even a trace of the Wanderer?
Yes. It showed that a Wanderer appeared on the university's campus in the past 2 weeks. But all the data has been tampered with. The generated spectrum also has many errors. It can't be used as a clue.
The hem and cuffs of his lab coat somehow got tangled together. Xavier frowns and pulls harder, but they're still stuck. Raise your hand a little more. As I help Xavier wriggle out of the lab coat, my mind races with questions. Maybe the RMFMA is too old, so it's malfunctioning?
If that were the case, the first issues wouldn't show up in detection and sampling errors. Which means someone deliberately tampered with it.
Once he's out of the lab coat, I meet his gaze. It's brimming with confidence. That's a rare high-end device, yet Xavier seems to know it inside and out and can even log into the system to use it. I slightly pull him forward. I purposely change my expression and lower my voice. All right, cut to the chase. How are you able to operate this machine?
It might look complex, but it's actually easy to use.
You know that's not what I meant.
You're not really going to interrogate me right now, are you?
I am this close to doing so. As Ulysses returns from examining the data, I let go of Xavier. I step back to make room. I can't deal with Xavier when he's like this.
And just as you suggested, someone probably tampered with it.
Like, bro's like, I'll be here for you, but I am not telling you jack and shit. about how I know all this stuff. It would drive me insane.
However, the research center is a secure, newly built facility that few people can access. If we include me, only a handful of researchers work here.
Okay, so you've got a stinky researcher out and about.
The last system login was recorded to be over a month ago.
Has anyone else been in here the past 2 weeks?
Ulysses thinks long and hard before finally giving a hesitant reply.
Yes, but it's not anything suspicious.
How are you certain of that?
There was a study event here for new students. Part of the event included a tour of our facilities. That was when we introduced them to this analyzer.
The new students who started this year. Could it be?
Those 5 students who were attacked all enrolled this year.
Xavier voices my thoughts. I take out my phone, check the school's official website, and quickly find the article about the study event. 5 students were selected. They are...
Here.
Okay, wait. So the 5 students that were brought here for the study event ended up being targeted as, like... I don't really want to say lab rats, but, like... whoever was with them for the study event is probably the suspect. Ulysses is very sus. He is, but at the same time, like, if Xavier thought he was going to be an issue, Xavier would have dealt with him already, because Xavier has dealt with old friends of his that came from where he also came from in the story before. Xavier points to the 5 names displayed on the screen.
All the students who encountered the Wanderer are listed.
The study event, the tampered device, the elusive Wanderer, everything starts to connect. This isn't a coincidence, Xavier. Something's off about that study event. The Wanderer is targeting its participants.
Indeed.
He agrees, but keeps his finger on the screen. I look again. Group leader, Soren, vice president of the student council. Really? You don't say. The introvert. Okay.
Hello. I'm the student council's vice president. So, I was told you guys were hunters.
Yeah, I thought something was off. How can you get the title of vice president but act like this when it comes to, like, guests, like important guests and stuff like that? It's the same guy who helped us on behalf of the university and the only one who wasn't attacked. He's definitely suspicious.
There's only one way to find out.
I'm contacting him right now. Xavier's the first to head out. After saying goodbye to Ulysses, I'm about to leave, but a glance at the wall makes me stop in my tracks. Instead of a certificate, there's an old framed group photo at the top. It's yellowed with age, and the faces in that photo are all a bit blurry. Let me see. Also, thank you for the hydrate, Natsu. Is Xavier in there? Is Xavier gotta be on that photo? Yeah, it's gotta be a picture of their crew that were on the ship. The person who's on the edge. I look closer, and that distinct figure suddenly comes into focus. It's Xavier. I bet if you looked harder, Jeremiah would be on there too. Okay. Yeah, no, Ulysses is fine. He checks out. Especially if he's gonna be that person to keep an old photo like that. I sit on a bench near the basketball court. I watch the ball arc through the air and precisely hit the back rim of the hoop. It bounces back into Xavier's hand. It's hard to fully appreciate this rare sunset, something I haven't seen much since graduation. It won't be long until we meet Soren. I unconsciously lower my head to look at my phone. It still has my chat with him. We're still a little unclear about the students. Could you go over some details with us in person? How about we meet up in 20 minutes at the lecture hall in the main teaching building?
Sorry, I'm at the student union. There's a student council meeting right now. It won't end until at least 7 p.m.
Okay, so he has to stay late at night too. It's okay. We'll wait for you downstairs at the student union. Is there someone just like randomly strolling?
You've been quiet for a while.
Out in the parking lot. Oh, okay. There we go. Can we have a LeBron or Shaq collab? I would purposely avoid that. Natsu. Sorry, I'm not covering that event. Huh? Really? Xavier stops moving and stands by the 3-point line. He gazes at me.
We know he's in a meeting inside this building. Unless his eVol lets him create wings so he can fly away, we'll definitely see him.
I look at the open door in front of the student union. Then I look over at Xavier's calm face. I wonder what's making the victim stay quiet about the study event. That small of a emote is so cute. And then there's Soren. He knows why we're here, but doesn't say anything. If he's really behind this, that's some nerve.
Maybe he doesn't want to get caught up in any trouble.
He might not be the mastermind, but he definitely knows something.
Either way, we'll be able to ask him soon. And if he still refuses to talk, we can investigate.
He keeps gazing at me. His eyes are firm and steady. I nod. Then he offers me the basketball. I no sport. I can't sport. I know his invitation is actually his way of offering me a break from the mission. I can't bring myself to refuse, for I stand up. Just don't laugh at me if I miss every shot. After a brief warm-up, I confidently aim the ball at the hoop. But before I can throw it, a sparrow just lands on the hoop. Interrupted by that, I turn to look at Xavier. Excuse me, rude sparrow. If the Wanderer's appearance isn't a coincidence, then it just confirms our suspicion. Someone lured us here on purpose.
Should we call for backup in advance? Or are you implying there's a high chance the Ether Core is here?
I don't think it's here.
Guess the latter.
I personally don't think it's here. Because all of the other story branches ended up with us not getting our hands on an Ether Core. I don't think... Well, actually, wait. I think Raphael's did it? I can't remember. It's been too long since I've read the other branches. The sparrow is attracted to the small balls of light and flies away. Xavier moves closer and supports my arm. Oh, thanks for getting rid of the sparrow.
Aim it a bit higher. Good. Now throw.
My accuracy is slightly off this time. The ball hits the backboard and rolls to my feet. I bend down to pick it up. I could have shot it by myself. Maybe it's not as terrible as we think it is. It could just be a coincidence. And Soren is a dedicated vice president of the student council. Is he? He doesn't sound like it. He does seem to be a good, well-behaved student. Sort of like you. Xavier takes the ball from my hand and steps back to give me a demonstration.
Perhaps it's because he looks like a good student that makes him the best at doing things behind the scenes. After all, people don't write their secrets on their faces. The calmer the water's surface, the easier it is to hide dangerous undercurrents.
The ball leaves his hand and once again goes through the hoop with a precise shot. As it bounces back, I intercept it before it reaches him. You always have a lot to say about other people, but what about you? That's true! Call him out! Call him out on it! Recalling the blurry yellowish photo from the research center, I move closer to Xavier. Maybe it's the backlight that causes flickering spots to appear in my vision. My consciousness falters for a moment. Xavier, when I first saw him, Xavier in the no-hunt zone, Xavier in the research center, and Xavier playing basketball at sunset. They appear in front of me all at once. They line up gracefully and blend into the figure of the person before me.
Me?
What secrets are you hiding behind your calm face? From the distant past to the present, who are you, really? Even though I'm so close to you, experienced all these life and death situations with you, I still cannot seem to fully understand you.
Huh?
Xavier's puzzled gaze lingers on my face and suppresses the questions in my heart. The only thing I eventually say is, I was going to ask if you're truly a good student, or do you have some secrets? After thinking for a moment, he speaks in a calm tone.
I'd say I'm a good student.
You are such a liar.
I paid attention in class and always kept my eyes on the front of the classroom. That's how I kept ending up making eye contact with a classmate who frequently turned around during class.
He looks at me with a knowing gaze. I look back into his eyes and feel as if something, or everything, sounds familiar. Maybe your classmate just wanted to check the clock at the back of the classroom. See how much time was left before class was over.
Oh. You're asking if I have a hidden side to me like Soren?
He responds with a question, and now it's my turn to think about my answer. Fortunately, Xavier doesn't seem to expect one from me. Instead, he slightly lowers his head as if he's talking to himself.
But the parts of me you think you know, and the parts you think you don't know, they make up who I am. All of me. Right here in front of you.
We no longer pay attention to the basketball. The sound of it bouncing on the ground echoes in my ears. Is it? It sounds more like a heartbeat. Slightly instead. It isn't until I see Xavier's hand wave in front of me that I realize the lingering sound is my heartbeat. Yeah, girl.
I think we have a new lead.
I compose myself and look in the direction that Xavier's pointing in. Where is Soren actually coming out here? I catch sight of the enthusiastic student from yesterday's interview. He's walking out of the student union. Didn't he say he needed a week off after the Wanderer attack? I grab Xavier's arm. Something's not right. Let's ask him. Before we get close, that student immediately recognizes me and Xavier. He excitedly waves at us.
What a coincidence! Why are you here?
I should be asking you that question. Didn't you say you were going to take a week's leave at home? What brings you back? With no time to lose, I get straight to the point, but the student looks confused.
Huh? Did I say that yesterday? I don't remember at all.
Huh?
After the attack, my friend said my memory had gotten worse. I thought I was getting better over the past couple of days.
I don't like where this is going. I exchange a glance with Xavier, my eyes saying something's wrong.
What do you remember then? Do you recall attending a study event around 2 weeks ago?
Oh, good question.
Did anything strange happen at that time?
A study event?
Ooh. He frowns, thinking hard for a long time, and then suddenly something dawns on him.
It wasn't weird, but we did come across something intriguing. When we visited the Deepspace Exploration Research Center, there was this unique piece of equipment on the 3rd floor. For a short while, I felt like I walked straight into a haunted house.
What? He dramatically gestures, still looking a bit shaken.
It looked exactly like that haunted house I'm always terrified of. I almost screamed. After the tour, others said they had the same feeling. That for a moment, they fell into a really scary place.
Wait, you're saying you all had a hallucination? Who else was there?
It was just the 5 of us, and the vice president. The guy had to step out for a bit, so we were on our own.
So then why wasn't the vice president affected? Because he doesn't have any memory problems.
Hallucination. This is something the RMFMA can also do.
Why can it do that? Why can it do that? You mean...
To make a long story short, it's like recreating a plane of existence and overlapping it with our reality. But only a few people know about this. We surely underestimated Soren.
Xavier grabs my wrist with one hand and supports my back with the other.
hold on.
Oh, are you gonna zip us? He's gonna zip us. Wait, you know where he is?
The research center. He'll get there before us.
Zip. Daylight's last glimmer sinks below the horizon, and night arrives. As we stand in front of the research center again, the building takes on a more mysterious air under the night sky. Soren stands under the skylight on the 3rd floor. His back faces us.
You're quicker than I thought.
I should have known the moment I saw you.
Xavier stops behind him. After a brief pause of tension, Soren turns around.
Do you think you can still order me around, Xavier?
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if one of the crew was gonna be there, another one would be as well. Dang. He has a glance at me, then he looks away.
You can't, and neither can she.
A sudden gust of wind stirs the indoor air. My heart trembles as I sense a faint energy fluctuation. Xavier, something's here. A light blade forms in Xavier's hand. I also take out my firearm from my belt holster. I walk over and stand next to him. Let's take down Soren before the Wanderer arrives. But before I can get closer, Soren disappears. I hear his voice behind me.
It's too late. It'll take you to the place you've always wanted to visit.
Yeah, this was a trap. 100%. He probably put in the request. Soren probably put the request in. He can also teleport. Could he be... The intensity of the energy fluctuations significantly soars. Xavier's hunters watch as well as mine beep at the same time before I can react. In a shadowy corner where the moonbeam doesn't reach, a colossal beast has stirred to life. This energy, it's fierce.
A wanderer with an ether core.
It can't stay here. We need to lure it out. The light blade cleaves through the heavy darkness. Its shockwaves ripple to the end of the corridor. The Wanderer pauses its assault before creating a even fiercer wall of wind. It charges towards us once again.
You took the bait.
A huge shadow looms over us. I turn around and aim my gun. The expected protofield doesn't materialize. Instead, I feel a sudden coolness on my face, as if I'm being pushed through a barrier. Out of the corner of my eye, the RMFMA lights up again. Before everything goes completely dark, I reach for Xavier's hand. And I grab nothing. Ooh. How does... I wonder how Soren knows how to operate it. It must be based off of their technology that then... We're definitely going somewhere bad. We're not going somewhere good. Oh, Phylos, I think. Yeah, we're having an overlap of Phylos. Damn. Nebulae, tranquility hang in the sky as if they're the eyes of the universe. Faint rays of light spill over the shadows of trees that sway like waves. This feels like a proto-field. Countless waves of both strong and subtle forces swirl through my heart. I stand in this unfamiliar forest, enveloped in thick fog. This definitely isn't a regular proto-field. The energy here is erratic, and the fluctuations are violent. Xavier, can you hear me? I call out to him several times, but only the wind's rustling of branches and leaves answers me. He was probably dragged into the protofield too. I have to find him quickly. I look up, and a meteor streaks across the sky. It leaves behind a trail of fire as it flies past the tops of tall trees. A meteor. Several more follow suit before I can say more. All of them are heading toward one side of the forest. I can't help but follow them. In an instant, the night sky is ablaze with countless rays of light. Meteors pour down like rain. They disperse the fog and darkness which plague the forest as they fall in the same direction. Are they guiding me? I walk faster, gradually quickening my pace until I break into a sprint. Like me, the meteors fall even more intensely and rapidly. It's as if they're urging me to run with all of my might.
Hey, is that you?
This voice. Xavier.
Answer me. Where are you?
Even though I can clearly hear Xavier's voice, I don't know where it's coming from. Is it in front of me? Or is it echoing from the depths of my heart? Brilliant arcs of light flash before me as the wind's whistle resounds in my ears. My heart surges, overwhelmed by the surrounding chaotic energy. I have a bad feeling. Please stay safe, Xavier. I hope nothing bad happened to you. As I traverse the dense forest, a mirror-like lake suddenly comes into view. Meteors streak down, falling into the expanse where the lake meets the sky. The energy fluctuations get even stronger now. It pulls at my heart to the point where I struggle to breathe. Overwhelmed, I stumble and sink to my knees.
I'm not interested in playing hide and seek. Come out.
He's very angry. Xavier? I frantically look around and spot Xavier near the lake's shore. Another figure quickly appears in front of him.
We're old friends at the end of the day, right? But you decided to greet me with a sword. That's cruel.
Excuse you? You led us into a trap. Is that how you greet old friends? Get out of here. Beat him up, Xavier. Soren. No, that's just an illusion. Soren adjusts his glasses, and his previously friendly, bashful expression vanishes.
You haven't changed even after all these years. You're still afraid of Starfall Forest.
If this is the place I think it is, I wouldn't want to be here either.
As if you're any different. To you, the ends always justify the means.
What are you trying to say? You have no right to criticize me!
Chill, bro. Soren's laughter, twisted with rage, contorts his features into an unsettling and an unrecognizable expression.
I used my life's work on you. I did everything I could to help you pass through the deep space tunnel.
Oh. I guess he feels used? So wait, this Xavier is the original Xavier from the myth card? This Xavier's never... Huh, okay. Okay.
And what did I get in return? I was abandoned, trampled on, and turned into an outcast in this time and space.
Those were the rewards for your choices.
Ouch, that's pretty cold though. His figure vanishes with his words. He reappears in front of Soren in the blink of an eye, the tip of a sword poised to kill. Countless sharp light blades rain down on Soren. Only his panicked voice can be heard within the dazzling spectacle of light.
You. Killing an apparition is a waste of time.
Then why did you dodge?
Good question. You know, why did you dodge? A beam of light descends and the apparition is sliced in half. It's not just an illusion. Somehow, it and his actual body are connected. Struggling, I rush to help Xavier, but I fall again. The energy in the surrounding area has changed. Wait, Xavier's 𝐂𝐈𝐒 is... Xavier's flurry of attacks continues, and there's no room for counterattacks. Nothing is out of the ordinary in terms of his appearance, yet his usually serene sparks of light scatter and fly chaotically around him, as if they've lost control, agitated or consumed by something.
It's time to put an end to this charade.
Wait! You can kill me, but what about her?
I don't like how he said that. A meteor falls into the center of the lake. It awakens a sparkling light that twirls into a vague illusion. The silhouette wears a hunter's uniform. It's hard to make out, yet it's unmistakably familiar. It's... me? My head... it hurts. But why? Yet it's at that moment I realize something. Soren created this illusion to distract Xavier. He's using the lapse in judgment to attack Xavier's mind with his evil. In any other situation, Xavier would have no difficulty dealing with this type of evil, but with how chaotic the protofield is along with his power. Xavier falters, but he slowly regains his footing. When he raises his head, his unfocused eyes resemble a frozen lake. They're cold and empty.
It can't be her. She's not a sacrifice. I will put an end to everything.
Ooh. Xavier, I'm right here. That's an illusion. Perhaps weakened by Xavier's attacks, the bullet makes the apparition stagger. With a reluctant, sullen expression, the apparition dissipates. The energy fluctuation also calms down. Even though the apparition on the water's surface is gone, Xavier continues to head toward the center of the lake. His expression is cold, and his movements are stiff. It's as though an invisible force is pulling him along. This isn't good. The evil is controlling Xavier. I rush out to stop him. Xavier!
A planet that uses to survive. Doesn't deserve to be saved.
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. Sorry, hang on. I need to take a sip here because I'm a little dry. I need some sippies. This one's good. Okay, if I had to say, so far I think I like his story branch the most right now, but let's stop him. Let's try and stop him. Come back to reality, Xavier. Don't lose yourself in the illusion. Look, I'm right here. The light, it's back. Oh, thank God.
Or...
Oh. What's wrong? Are you hurt?
You can't stay here. Run. Otherwise, you'll... as well.
Oh, this hurts. Okay, doing his first set of myth card stories with this really hurts. You got your first, second boss clear and slay the spire. Let's go with which class? His power's fading. Is the space trying to consume him? Resonate? Oh, it doesn't look like it's working. Oh God. What's going on? Why can't I control your evil?
It's okay. Starfall Forest will stop once it has enough power. It will. I didn't protect you before. At least, it chose me this time.
Oh my God, no! Get out of this illusion! No! That's bad. That's so bad. That hurts. That stings. Enough power. In that case, get him out of here. Use the ether core we have. Yeah, use the...
No.
The thief class? That's good. Xavier?
You really are reckless.
Dang. Dang. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I'm feeling this harder than the Zane story branch, bro. Do you recognize me, Xavier?
Hey. Are you okay?
Don't move. I apply medicine to the wound on his arm, but he abruptly pulls away. I almost dropped the bandage. You're not good at listening, are you, Xavier? Xavier ignores my command and grabs my shoulders. He gives me a once-over. I'm fine. Don't tell me you're underestimating the power of an ether core.
I underestimated you. An ether core's power isn't something anyone should mess with. If you use it carelessly, the protofield would have devoured you. What then?
It's fine. I'll just reincarnate again. I couldn't just stand there, though. I couldn't just stand there and watch you get consumed. Saving you took priority.
You didn't answer the question. What will happen then?
I don't know. And we're not gonna find an answer because it didn't happen. His hands grip my shoulders more tightly. I glance at Xavier's pursed lips and pat his tense arm. Xavier, are you mad? Oh, he's mad. I'll admit I was a little reckless, but wouldn't you have done the same thing if you were me? Don't be upset. It won't help you heal, and might affect your eVOL.
You always have so many reasons, but you never listen to me.
I will next time. I poke his face again and again until he reveals a helpless smile. He takes the bandage beside him, quickly wraps it around his arm a couple of times, and then stands up.
The energy fluctuations around us have only temporarily subsided. They could spike again at any moment. And Soren is adding fuel to the fire. We need to get out of here before he makes his next move.
While you were still unconscious, I used my eVOL to scout the area. This protofield does more than just devour power. I can't find its boundaries at all. It's like a space where if you shout, there won't be an echo.
Don't worry.
After getting his bearings, Xavier leads me deeper into the forest. Good thing he's been here before and remembers.
The protofield's environment was based on my memories, so there might be something that can help us leave.
I've never heard of a wanderer that could invade and read memories before. Or does this wanderer's connection with the ether core make it different?
There's also the possibility that Soren made some modifications to it.
Yeah, I think he did. After a brief silence, I carefully choose my words before speaking. Soren, he used to be your ally, right?
It was a long, long time ago.
The light blade slices through several overgrown branches to clear a path. It dissipates into shimmering specks of light.
He changed his appearance and hid his eVOL. He needs to hide his secrets and also be in a position to strike me down if needed.
I immediately remember the perilous moments I faced with Xavier. When we first met at the abandoned research base with the luminivores and robots watching us at Azure Square. He sent them?
Maybe.
Ooh. Xavier holds out a small light as if sensing something. He releases it and lets out a dry laugh.
This forest. It's a trap clearly designed for me. This can only be his doing.
He really seems to know you well, but he also hates you. Recalling the conversation I heard, I hesitate for a second. Did something happen in this forest? Is that why you're afraid of it? Moonlight gently falls, softening Xavier's features into a blur. Then I hear his voice again.
Rather than what's already happened, I'm more afraid of what might come in the future. But
yeah, he doesn't want to fail again.
You terrify me the most.
He doesn't want to fail again.
You used the power of the ether core this time. I'm worried about what you'll do next.
What I've done can't be compared to your actions. Why don't you tell me what you did in the past?
We're here.
Damn it! He's never gonna say it, is he? How dare you? Ooh. Oh. Following his gaze, I see a massive spaceship hidden behind the towering trees. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. That's a big one. That looks like a satellite center. Unlike the wreckage I saw in the no-hunt zone number 42, this one is more intact, with far more sophisticated engineering. Inside are various unfamiliar devices that are set up to form a makeshift command center. It's surrounded by papers lying scattered all over the place.
You really are here.
You're not planning to use this spaceship to take us out of this proto-field, right?
It can break through even the most chaotic gravitational energy flux. A protofield might not stand a chance against it. Let's just try it and see.
Man, it's sure lucky that this part from his memories included their spaceship that they were using to research the forest back then, because, like, dang. He flips several switches. One by one, faint blue lights illuminate.
Traceback 2. Phyllis 1101, PLS, is now online.
Philos. That name sounds familiar.
It's my homeland. A place far away from here.
He's just gonna say it. Now he's just gonna say it? I silently repeat the name to myself and feel a strange sensation as it resounds in the depths of my heart. I pick up the papers next to him. The messy handwriting and symbols seem like they're from another universe. Backtracker's logbook, spatiotemporal coordinate parameters. You and Soren were both members of the Backtrackers?
Yes.
The image of the spaceship slowly loads onto a floating holographic screen. He scans the complex data line by line.
Even though we called it a small group, there were quite a lot of us at one point.
Man, I can't wait to meet the rest of them.
Time, only a few of us remain.
Basic spaceship inspection complete. Please enter your password and verify your identity.
What's your password, Xavier? Xavier doesn't respond and continues to press certain buttons on the panel. Then he places his hand on one side of the screen. He's not gonna say it.
Your identity has been verified. It's been a long time, Captain.
Prepare for departure.
Understood. Commencing pre-flight checks.
Aren't you going to ask me more questions?
I didn't think you were gonna answer them anymore.
You must have many more questions. I won't hide anything. Just ask.
Oh, snap. I do have a lot. Like, who were the Backtrackers? Why did you come to this world? And where did this spaceship come from? However, you said everyone has secrets and motives. At the very least, I know you're not my enemy. That's all the assurance I need. Besides, now is not the best time for long stories. I guess not. Not in this situation, no. But let me say this first. This doesn't mean I won't ask more questions later. Once we're out of this mess, you're going to tell me everything. Slowly. And in great detail.
I'm okay with that.
Good. Satisfied, I nod. When I step back, my hand accidentally flips a switch. What? Huh?
Oh, celestial body of mine, slumbering adrift in darkness.
Oh, wait a second. Does Xavier write poetry? This voice? Xavier?
Which never heeds the whispers of life.
Xavier, that's you, isn't it? A pair of hands covers my ears before the words can finish. Bro!
It's not me.
It's you! Really?
No.
Then why can't I listen to it? Seeing Seeing his ears turn red, I can't help but chuckle. I pat the arm resting across my face. Bro got very lonely. He wrote poetry about MC. That's so cute. Alright, it's someone else. Or maybe the spaceship misses its captain so much that it's imitating your voice for fun. Hi, Bex! This is from one of his secret times or Tinder moments. That's adorable!
Yes, I agree. It's something like that.
During the brief silence, Xavier releases me and quickly shuts off the recording. I'm about to cheese him again when an alarm makes us tense.
Protocore energy is low. Unable to start. Please refill the protocore energy cells to ensure a successful journey.
What? While the red warning lights flash, a sharp pang shoots through my chest. Xavier, the protofield is acting up again.
I know.
There's no doubt that Soren is manipulating the Wanderers is hidden within this protofield. He's trying to trap us again.
Prepare for launch.
It's recommended to refill the protocore energy cells before takeoff. Do you still want to proceed with the launch?
Yes.
Understood. Initiating countdown.
Ooh.
Don't worry.
Before I can object, Xavier pushes me into the seat of the cockpit.
Protocore energy isn't the only thing that can fuel this spaceship.
You're not gonna use your 𝐒𝐈, are you?
Although it can't support long voyages, escaping this protofield should be no problem.
After pressing a few buttons on the control panel, he takes something from the cabin wall and fastens it to his wrist. He sits down in the cockpit and takes my hand. He presses it against his chest, and a sense of foreboding washes over me.
I need you.
You're going to use your 𝐒𝐈 as fuel? No! I try to pull my hand away, but he tightly holds onto it. Don't even think about it. The protofield has already drained your energy. You're not allowed to use your 𝐒𝐈 right now. It's very obvious that fueling the spaceship will be too much for him.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big Bro.
Using 𝐒𝐈 as emergency fuel is actually one of this spaceship's unique features. In the past, 𝐒𝐈 came to our rescue during several crises. It enabled us to make safe emergency landings. Besides, I've got you here with me. You're aware of the changes an ether core can bring. With your current strength, you can resonate and enhance my 𝐒𝐈, right?
But...
Only you have the power to help us safely leave the protofield. Trust me.
He cups my cheek with his other hand. With a soft voice, he makes a promise to me.
Your power will keep me safe.
Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7.
My heartbeat races. Whether it's because of our current circumstances or the intensifying energy fluctuations, the pain in my chest grows sharper. Amid the blaring alarms, the spaceship begins its final countdown. The flickering lights spiral into chaos. Xavier looks at me. His expression is calm as it always is. He's waiting for me to respond. All right. Let all your power flow through me. I'll keep you safe, I promise.
I know.
Bro! Okay, yeah, this is probably my favorite story branch right now. I have to hold! Crap. Violent tremors and a sense of weightlessness engulfs us. After countless voyages through the boundaries of space, the spaceship plunges into the unknown once more. Chaotic energy crashes into the spaceship. The air currents instantly tear apart the scenery outside the porthole. I hear a high-pitched whistle. As chaos envelops my vision, only one warm force stays tightly connected with me. It flows steadily from my hand and gradually covers the world in a dazzling light. It overwhelms my senses. But then... weird. It feels like something is suppressing Xavier's 𝐒𝐈, preventing a complete resonance.
Keep going.
Xavier tightly presses my hand against his chest. Even in the blinding light, his gaze stays calm and gentle. I grit my teeth and forge that power into a sharp blade. Slowly but surely, it cuts through the invisible barrier along with the spaceship. Space itself is ripped open, which creates tremendous energy fluctuations and tremors. In the distance, a massive shadow looms.
At last, we forced it to show its true form. Get ready. It's time to deal the finishing blow.
Beat the shit out of this Wanderer, bro. This Wanderer sucks. This Wanderer is causing so much pain right now.
I'm sleepy. Let's get this over with.
You're gonna be more than sleepy after this story branch is over with Xavier. Xavier gonna need some hella bed rest. And soup.
Watch out.
And milk.
Watch out.
This is also the fave of your 3-2. You really like Zane's. It's not that you didn't like Raph's, but Dawnbreaker and Lightseeker really satisfied your desire for angst. Yeah, I agree. Zane and Zave's branches really delivered in that regard. Yeah, I really like the heavy reliance Xavier has for MC in this story branch. But also, my thing with Zane is I still didn't quite understand following Zane's branch in comparison to Xavier's right now.
I'm here.
Like,
do you remember the techniques from our
Zane's branch helped clear a couple of things up, but Xavier's clears up a lot more, in my opinion, when it comes to understanding
Shine down upon me.
Their connection and background in comparison to Zane's. And the way Raph is as a character, I wasn't expecting there to be a lot of angst. I still really like him. I like all the boys. They feed a lot of different aspects. But
my turn.
After getting Xavier's nightly rendezvous card,
do you want to walk around?
I got a lot more understanding that he's also a pretty angsty sad boy as well. And like, while Silas also has like a very tragic background, now that I know more about Xavier's background, it's almost kind of like they're competing a bit. Zane's is still up there. I'm really wondering how they're going to be handling Caleb's myth cards and such when he comes out on the 22nd. A deafening roar fills my mind and strips away my senses. Suddenly, it's as if a rift splits the space. It ushers us into a burst of gentle light and fresh air. After several long seconds, the discomfort fades. I slowly open my eyes. Everything comes into focus, and there it is, the RMFMA, standing serenely just a couple of meters away. We're back in the research center. My senses return to my body. I scramble to my feet and frantically search for Xavier.
You're struggling to find me, huh?
A familiar voice calls out from behind. I turn and see Xavier leaning against a nearby wall. A bright red light at his neck flickers a few times before settling down under my worried gaze. That's the other thing, though. That collar. That collar. That light is flashing and you still want to crack a joke?
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
He opens his palm and hands me the ether core fragment. It glows a soft green.
For its sake, sit with me for a bit.
Sure. Unable to resist Xavier's expectant eyes, I approach him and sit down.
I already sent the collected data and our coordinates back to HQ. The police will also be involved. They'll be here within 15 minutes.
Okay, but where's Soren? We don't have much time. We need to... I'm about to get up, but he grabs my arm.
Let's make the most out of these uninterrupted 15 minutes.
I feel a cool touch at my ear after Xavier pulls out a pair of wireless earbuds.
There's just enough time for one song. Then we'll be in a hurry again.
Who invites a girl to listen to music with a wireless earbud? You should have offered me wired earbuds. That way we'd be close enough that we couldn't drift apart. She's right, though. She's right.
I'm too tired to drift into a place that's far away from you.
Aw.
And I wouldn't, even if I could.
Outside the skylight, another morning dawns. As Xavier expected, updating the intel on what happened on campus is as tough as tracking down the Wanderer. After leaving BRIGHTEST University, Xavier unsurprisingly retreats to his bedroom. Meanwhile, I return to the association with the ether core fragment. After a brief mission report, Captain Jinna warns me about our recklessness, but also commends us for successfully completing the mission. With the order to return home and rest, I time my visit to line up with Xavier's recharging period. I bring supplies to the 6th floor. After several rings, Xavier finally opens the door, his hair all tousled.
You're finally back.
Xav is your number 2, Zane is number 1, but the gap between them shrinks each time you learn about Xavier, you feel. You also enjoy all 4 of the current love interests, but you don't know about Caleb. Dark romance isn't really your jam, so unless they soften him relatively quickly like they did with Silas, I don't see him competing with the other 4 at all. That's fine, of course, not everything has to be for everyone. Yeah, exactly, I agree with that, Bex. Yeah, no, I am also of a similar thought pattern, because I like my angst, but I don't want it to be like in a spot where the MC has no personal control, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to ever be in a position where it is a forceful kind of thing. So that's why like yanderes are a type that aren't really my thing. Because it just kind of makes me uncomfortable at the fact that of like a type of character being so absorbed in someone else that they let those emotions completely control them to the point where it could possibly put their interest in a position that they don't personally want, and they're not considerate towards them. Like, they get so absorbed in them that they don't consider what they're doing might be something that the person of interest for their focused love is completely like not like, it's one-sided in the sense of they'll still do it even if the other person says no, kind of thing, which is kind of a thing that yanderes do. But again, the fact that that Caleb might possibly be something like that is still catering. I like how it's still like catering to the people that are into that. So you're similar. You're not sure if I've seen Caleb's myth preview, but you were thinking maybe you'd be on board from the teaser trailer, but the myth preview you don't know. I didn't. I watched the special program, but I don't know anything about his myth preview or what his myth might contain. So, but on top of the fact he's also we grew up as family, even though we're not blood related, is also a thing that's not my jam either. But he does look very nice. He's very well toned, and I think his 𝐒𝐈 gravity manipulation is really cool. The animation quality though, right? His trailer is really good. It's really good. It's like, for Caleb, I'll appreciate him from far away. I don't know if I'll particularly enjoy any of his personality and like relationship with MC. I'll have to see till it actually drops, kind of thing, though. But they did good. They did good. They're really hitting the ball out of the park with each guy, in my opinion, even if they're not all my kind of thing. So, like, Silas is still my number one, though. Like, I like their relationship dynamic. They're such a power couple. I like his design. His English voice actor is so good. It hits that spot for me. I like how they flipped his bad boy thing into he just wants to have like a domestic life with MC. But because of their power and the kind of people they are, they have to still deal with danger, kind of thing. Zane usually is my number 2. And the last couple of cards leading up to the nightly rendezvous, Raph was like kind of in my number 3. But yeah, now that I'm knowing more about Xavier, they're kind of tossling for that 3rd spot. So the fact that they're making me possibly change my rankings is also a really good sign. Step-sibling thing's not your cup of tea either, so you think you'll enjoy his story and how it will develop MC, but probably not see him as a potential partner for your own MC. Yes, yeah. That's kind of how I'm gonna go down the same route that way as well too. You look like you just woke up. Why are you speaking as if you've been waiting for a while?
Well, you just saw me. How can you tell I haven't been waiting long?
He effortlessly reaches behind me and takes the plastic bag.
It felt like forever.
Also, some of the things Xavier will say stuns me, and it kind of puts him out of this stereotype that I thought he would be. Especially with the nightly rendezvous card and the 4-star card, Secret Times, that came out. I slip on my slippers and head to the living room. Xavier is already intently unpacking the bag full of food next to the coffee table. He pulls out 2 food boxes from the plastic bag and removes their packaging.
Is this from that store downstairs at the association? You went back there?
You needed to recharge, so someone had to return that ether core fragment, right?
Right. Thanks, partner.
Thanks, partner. Oh, Captain Jenna wanted me to relay a message to you.
What is it?
Probably, you're stupid, don't be reckless again, don't overdo it, get some rest. With mashed potatoes still in his mouth, Xavier looks up while the spoon is held between his lips. It's a warning. She said if you deliberately put her team member in danger again, she won't let you off the hook. Oh, let's go.
Got it. I'll remind her about settling the other 5 verbal warnings she gave me.
In that brief silence, Xavier lowers his gaze and eats his mashed potatoes 1 spoonful at a time.
Did Prestara University say anything?
Surveillance and witness protection are ongoing, but we still haven't found Soren. I knew it.
If we haven't found him by now, chances are we never will.
He casually talks about it, but his words carry a mixture of indiscernible emotions. I decided not to dwell on it. You don't know where he's gone either?
Nope.
As I reflect upon everything, the vague, tangled clues pile up and cast a large shadow behind the clear image of Soren. Getting out of this precarious situation unscathed isn't something he could accomplish on his own. Only a few groups could pull that off. Who's supporting him? Probably Ever. He's probably working with Ever. All the Secret Time audios are diabolical in the best way. They are, though. I had to get all 4 of them. After finishing a box of mashed potatoes, Xavier retrieves a stack of documents in a sealed bag from under the coffee table. Inside the sealed bag is a tiny button-sized device. I can't help but pick it up. What is this?
Ulysses found it at the research center. He urgently sent it over. Initial tests show it has a radio frequency chip that can resonate with metaflux fluctuations.
So this little thing is the culprit behind the RMFMA's malfunction and even this tool Soren used to lure in the Wanderer.
Yes.
The room falls silent again. I follow the train of my thoughts and speak up. Can you also use that device to recreate a plane of existence and overlap it with reality? You mentioned earlier that this is something only your people know about.
That's right. But you know I don't like illusion stuff.
Xavier calmly says. I nod and put the sealed bag back on the table. Who can help him make that? Xavier doesn't respond immediately. Instead, he pushes the stack of documents toward me.
Here's the latest analysis and theories based on what we know. It includes a list of groups with similar tech. Go through it, and you'll come to your own conclusions. As always, Xavier doesn't explain. It's as if he's already at the finish line with the answers. He's quietly waiting to see if I'll join him or choose a different path. However, I'm not content with following his lead this time. I place my hand over his and stop the documents he's pushing toward me in their tracks. I'll read these later. Xavier, I'd rather trust what you have to say right now. After a brief pause, Xavier purses his lips and finally meets my intense gaze. It's ever.
Yeah, I know. When is it not ever? I'll be surprised when we move from ever. Ever. Some of the backtrackers are also involved. They know everything you know, and they've had their eyes on you for some time, right?
Yes.
That makes them our common enemy, then. Outside, the leaves rustle as the wind slips in through the gap in the window. The curtains flutter. My shadow merges with Xavier's, and it feels like the impenetrable door in his heart has opened slightly. This time, we're finally standing on the same side. Progress! Let's go. I was always worried a little bit about Xavier because of how closed off he has been towards the MC, but this story branch successfully helps with that issue. I think this one is my favorite, not just because Xavier relies on the MC a lot compared to the other two ones, but because the fact that, I mean, it's basically confirmed that this Xavier is the original Xavier from his first set of myth cards. He's not ever perished at all. And he's tried his darndest to try and find her again because he wasn't able to save her in his initial myth card. Phylos is a very intriguing planet, not just because it's been Xavier's home. I don't know if it's the MC's home. I personally don't know which one of the love interests was the first encounter in her reincarnation cycle. I feel like it might be Xavier or it might be Silas, because Silas's dragon myth card also mentions Phylos. Maybe Phylos is the origin planet for everyone and we just don't know that yet. That would be interesting. You like how this branch developed their relationship, which you think was super important before they released both his silvery polyphony and misty silhouette. Yes, I agree. I agree with that too. Zane's foreseer timeline is on Phylos. Oh, it is? I never caught that. Okay. Okay. And I don't have... when it comes to myth cards, I don't have the Lumiere set for Xavier, and I don't have the God of the Sea set for Raphael. I have both only for Zane and Silas right now. So maybe Phylos is actually the origin planet where all of the ether cores came from. But Phylos itself is a pretty interesting planet. A planet that A planet that self-devours to sustain itself, it self-devours its residents, is very tragic. So I can see why Xavier does not like his home planet whatsoever. Because he found that out going into the forest, and then with MC following him in, ended up trapped into the center of the planet and ended up becoming fuel for it. And basically perishing because it took too much from her. Maybe I'm just small-brained, but it's harder for me to grasp Zane's stuff. Like, I like it, but maybe it's referencing some things that I don't quite understand. Definitely because his father had originally intended to use MC as the permanent fuel since she reincarnates. Yes. Yes. The one thing I want to know is if ever is actually mostly made up of residents from Phylos trying to hunt her down to bring her back to Phylos, since they already know that she can do that based off of the testing reports. Or if they found her just before or when she originally reincarnated here. How long has it been since I read his Dawnbreaker anecdote? You reread it before you watched Satan's Branch, and you found it really helped. Oh, it was way before I did that. That's for sure, Bex. I do want to re-review a little bit before 3.0 drops. So I'll probably do that in my own time, because like, it's not the dev's fault. I just have bad memory. And because I have such a rotating streaming schedule, I'm juggling a bunch of different games as stories at once. Like, if you ask me about Honkai Star Rail Pinaconi right now, I could not tell you. I could not tell you at all. It's just that bad. Because aside from Love and Deep Space, gacha, it's Love and Deep Space, The Endless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, Disney's Twisted Wonderland, Infinity Nikki. So that's a lot of constant updating storylines for my brain to try and like process and sort out, that I definitely miss probably some easier things to piece together. Which also might be why I have issues with like fully understanding the Zane thing. But in my opinion, it almost feels like Zane's entwined fate, I guess you would call it, with MC is opposite of Xavier's, which makes me sad. But Xavier ends up not being able to save MC, MC perishes, and Zane ends up always not being able to stay at the end. You think the story of the game is quite disorganized, which makes it super rewarding for people who can pay really close attention. But for anyone else trying to keep things straight, it's pretty difficult. The Easter egg references between anecdotes, myths, limited cards, etc. are all over the place. I kind of think it's a little fun when they're disorganized and you put things together. It does, yeah, it does get rewarding. Like, I felt, like in this branch, I felt satisfied confirming that our Xavier has always been him from the beginning. Not a reincarnated version. Like Silas, you know? Silas definitely also reincarnates because he has another ether core in his eye. And because the ending of his dragon myth. But that's been cleared, so that means we can continue. We've done all of the branches for prologue to tomorrow into Eye of the Storm, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep pushing until it railroads me. Which it might railroad me soon. I don't know. I don't know how many chapters are after going through the branches. But we have picked up fragments in each of the branches. After several ether core fragments were retrieved, Special Operations shifted its focus onto Ever. Good. Their involvement in every recent ether core incident was far too frequent to be a mere coincidence. This business conglomerate, which started in the biotech industry, isn't as clean as it appears at first glance.
Our positions aside, Ever's technological advancements are pretty impressive.
Simone sits next to me, slipping some ice cream into her mouth as she jabs the computer screen in front of me. You guys are just allowed to, like, you guys are allowed to eat messy sweets while you work with that kind of this kind of technology. I wouldn't put a liquid nowhere near any of this crap. Your autistic ass would struggle. You prefer Honkai Star Rail and Arknights for the fact it's more organized. Honestly, I still have problems following some threads with Honkai Star Rail IV. But you know, that's what some video creators are for, to help give you refreshers or try and help connect things a little bit more, just give you a little helping hand here and there. At this moment, Ever's biannual product launch is about to be broadcast worldwide.
They can achieve things proficiently with machines, when people with 𝐒𝐈 couldn't.
Machines?
I personally like looking at retrospectives videos to help re-jog my memory and reconnect threads of storylines if I've forgotten some important details and stuff like that. So, I mean, sometimes I'll watch some theories, but I'm very picky when it comes to stuff like that, because some of them get completely outside of the box in context of, like, the evidence and information that we already have, that I just don't want to, like, over expect something to happen, and then when more story drops, it doesn't happen, you know? Like, I don't like being let down like that. Andrew's voice came from behind a row of translucent displays.
Based on what I can tell, it's not possible for them to make consecutive technological breakthroughs in such a short period of time. Not through normal means, at least.
Well, I don't think Ever is normal from what we've been seeing recently, Andrew.
The frequency in ways wanderers have been appearing these past few months continue to steadily increase.
Oh my god, is that Patrick Sates? During the broadcast, the spokesperson holds up a device that's about the size of a bottle cap.
We'd like to introduce to you our newly designed portable flux stabilizer.
That has to be Patrick.
It can regulate the frequency of surrounding metaflux fluctuations, thereby stabilizing the protofield and reducing the likelihood of wanderer materialization.
The audience erupts in a thunderous applause. Meanwhile, away from the screen, I exchanged knowing glances with my team members. They aren't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. They're gonna start... We already know, based off of, I think, Zane's story branch, Ever is trying to create wanderers out of the citizens of Lincoln City, so... You try to ignore the prospective stuff because you don't want to have expectations that aren't met. You do love hearing everyone's discussion of the evidence we have and how it connects together. Yeah, I like theories based off of solid canon evidence as well. Yeah, I agree with you, Bex. Sounds like it operates the same principle as the devices that attract wanderers, but it has the opposite effect. Ever made this gadget and we're supposed to believe it's for the greater good? As if. They aren't doing this out of the kindness of their hearts. Simone frowns at the screen.
This is nothing but a blatant provocation. We barely had time to suspect something was off before they brought out this product launch.
Yeah, they're being brazen about it too. It's like they're daring us to keep investigating with what we know so far.
That's unlikely to happen.
Ma'am. As soon as Simone and I hear Captain Jenna's voice coming from the entrance, we stand up behind the screens. Andrew nods at Jenna. Captain?
Captain. The fact that they're hosting a high-profile product launch means they've already covered their tracks. They wouldn't take this risk if there were a possibility of us finding incriminating evidence.
Jenna walks over to the command desk and places a thick folder on it. The three of us gather around her.
The analysis report for the previous fragments has just come out. Let's take a look.
She taps the command desk twice. An irregular spherical structure appears before us.
They're from the same ether core.
Okay.
Based on its characteristics, we're officially naming it Spatium Core.
Spatium. Okay. A spatium core that can manipulate space. I know of at least 3 different ether cores now. As more ether cores appear, it's only a matter of time before the public becomes aware of this extraordinary energy source.
It's just that the fragments of the Spatium Core are held together by some kind of gravitational pull.
She points to the center of several fragments.
Right here. One fragment is missing.
Okay. Jinna leans forward, looking at us again.
Special Operations' next objective is clear. We must recover this crucial ether core fragment before further complications arise.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, right. There's something you need to know.
With quick reflexes, Simone intercepts Andrew, distracting him under the pretense of exploring new avenues for weapon enhancement with the recently collected data. Dang, she's smooth. If this is a spatium ether core, which one? Okay, I'm trying to remember what exactly the Wanderer did in Raphael's branch, and I can't. But okay. When only we remain in the meeting room, Jenna pauses before activating her watch.
There's more. I couldn't talk about it during the meeting. It's something you need to know.
A message is transmitted to my watch at her gesture. The words "Ever Secret Investigation Report" float in front of me.
A line in there involves what happened at your house that day.
Oh, here's the build-up.
Anyway, I've sent it to your hunter's watch. You can read it when you're home.
Understood. Thick clouds swallow up the remaining patches of sky. It's dark now, and the wind sweeps away the last remnants of the sunset. All that remains is a bleak white. The weather forecast said there will be heavy rain. At some point, the streets have become quiet. It's as if people sense the approaching storm and are now hiding. I can see lightning in the distance as it flashes under a cloud. Thunder roars closer again. I should go home. As I am about to move, a sound presses against my heart like a string, sending a shiver down my spine. Ooh. Cutscene. Again? My heart responds to that eye. The world around me fades, but the call I hear becomes clearer. It's behind that, somewhere in the distance, lies the power of Ether Core. Bro, it was like the eye from Final Fantasy IX. Garland, is that you? Are you behind the eye up there? Bro, what the heck? Spatium Core. Okay, let's pursue. Let's auto-equip. There we go. Level 18, meet my level 80 and 70 T. The eye really does look like the eye from the ship in Final Fantasy IX, though.
It will melt your turn.
Next we know it's gonna summon Bahamut.
Bring it on.
It is falling apart. make sure to dodge the attacks. Don't run.
Not gonna lie, you thought the same thing. That eye honestly could be a different alien ship though. It's a very high possibility.
Like snowflakes.
Man, that was so easy. I bet there's gonna be more, aren't there? Yep, that's what I thought. That's kind of how the ending chapters go. So we'll do that. Easy peasy with this high level team. Then again, the eye probably has something to do with the destruction of Lincoln City. What was it? 10 years ago, I think, is what happened.
Is this what you want?
There was a disaster that happened. And since she recognized the eye, it probably is.
Come at me.
Together.
Threats are only temporary.
Melting like snowflakes.
I don't think it has a connection to 𝐒𝐿 though. Or maybe there is someone in 𝐒𝐿 that does know about it, but I don't think 𝐒𝐿 itself is using that. Maybe. Oh, yep. Coming soon! On the 22nd is when we can do more of the main story. But I think I've read everything for World Underneath, right? I read Mischief, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I think. But I would have to... I think I am going to reread up on some of these things here before diving into 3.0 story and Caleb's return. Hi, Xavier. You had a really good story branch. It was my favorite. It was my favorite. Oh, almost 4 p.m. No. Okay. Well, I'm excited for when more content drops. I'm glad that the devs are now on a consistent path compared to when the game first dropped a year ago.
Barbecue restaurant opened up nearby. Let's eat there when you aren't busy.
Barbecue. I'm actually hungry. I am gonna have to grab me some food here soon, and then take a break, and then be back on later with some Final Fantasy 14. I will definitely be back next week with more Love in Deepspace because I'm going to read the current event that's going on. I'm gonna read the chapters for Turing in Love. It's probably gonna be next Thursday because this Thursday I did a collab, and usually I do some kind of readings on Thursday, so I am probably gonna be back Thursday for more Love in Deepspace. And I also need to get my schedule ready for next week too. I'll be dropping that later today after I get some food in me and wind down a little bit, but I'm excited. I'm so happy. I really enjoyed watching the 3.0 special program. It's like the only one I watched. I had time to watch with all these other gacha things dropping. But I mean, it's not that okay, maybe I'm showing a little bias because I really like Love in Deepspace. I like the guys a lot. I think they've done a good job with this, but I still also really like the other ones that I play, and I'll be doing more of that on Wednesday. So we'll see how Wednesday goes as well. But yeah, I'm going to call it here briefly for now. I'll be back later in maybe like a handful of hours. Should be around 8:30 my time. It's 4 now, so in about 4.5 hours I'll be back. If anybody wants to watch me and Arcs and Bat Vegeta on Final Fantasy 14 for more fighting, progress, grinding, and all that jazz. But if not, no worries. I hope you guys have a good rest of your today. Let me see if I can drop any of the beloved buds here on Twitch over. Let's see. What's going on here? I believe CUNY is still going? Maybe? They have drops enabled for Zenless. Yes, it looks like they're going. So I'm gonna drop you guys off over there. Till next time I see you guys. And again, have a good rest of your day and or evening, and just take care of yourselves. Take it easy. Xavier would say, take a nap, get some good rest, eat some good food, eat some barbecue, treat yourselves to some barbecue. So, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, take care.